race. First one now getting on to the racetrack for the Raceway brothers. This is Scottsdale, Arizona's Frankie Muniz, who will be in a Raceway brothers pickup full-time next year in 2025. Takes the green flag in the 27 Ford F-150.
Frankie will be a fun addition to the 2025 series. Graduated from the Arkham Art Series, ran in that series, ran well, and now has the opportunity to take the next step up the NASCAR ladder here in the Craftsman Truck Series. So first truck on track, and this will set the starting lineup for tonight's series. See how Frankie does here as he sets the first lap time and goes to the top of the scoring pylon. There you see it, 27.951, the lap of record for Frankie Muniz.
Just to give you an idea, the pole speed at this racetrack for the Truck Series in last year's event was a 26.344. That was the
drive that up off the pit lane. But yeah, the pressure on tonight. Now Christian Eckes came here, won the race last year, although he was not part of the championship four. So he's very, very talented when it comes to this racetrack. And when you look at year-long performance, Christian Eckes, with his success here at Phoenix, has got to be one of the drivers that everybody's looking at to possibly get that championship here tonight.
Yeah, I think you could argue that Eckes has been the most consistent this year. Certainly has been one of the more consistent drivers in the postseason this year. See how he fares along with the other three championship drivers in the race tonight. Thad Moffitt for Young's Motorsports on the racetrack right now in the 46 Chevy Silverado. He is the grandson of Richard Petty. That exits turn number 2 and heads down the backstretch.
Making his first start here at this track. Summer months since he's run a truck here in 2024. So he's been out of the seat for a little bit. For Thad Moffitt, he'll end up third, 28.487. Trap.com providing the backing there on this machine as Keith guides this truck down the back straightaway heading for the green flag. And I know we talked a little bit a while ago about trying to turn 3 and 4, but boy, these restarts when you come flying through the Geico restart zone, headed through this dog leg of the front straightaway and down into turns 1 and 2, you'll see drivers way up by the outside safer barrier, in the middle groove, and then all the way down to drivers left of the extreme inside lane, trying to find grip and speed as they fan out onto the restarts. And that's where it gets pretty wild here at Phoenix. It's fun to watch the restarts. Keith McGee, well out of shape. Off turn number 4, able to gather it back in, nearly ran out of racetrack before he did. He'll go forward, 28.092, so Tim, a second.
It's going to be a great championship race tonight, and as we have mentioned, you will see all 3 of the touring series, including the Craftsman Truck Series, on track today. Cup Series. The Xfinity Series will also dial in their setups. Spencer Boyd, 76 truck, begins his lap. He's in turn 2. Spencer, the driver from St. Louis, Missouri, driving for Freedom Racing Enterprises, a team that he has a stake in. Garage machine.
Somebody hit the saver there.
Brother Taylor Ray got knocked out of the Truck Series playoffs. Blows out the air strong for Tricon Garage. He gets his lap.
Tanner, who ran inside the top 10 here at Phoenix a year ago when the series came to town, looking to see if he can continue to build that success. He too loose in turns 1 and 2, how to settle the back end of that race car down, get it pointed in the right direction as he guides the truck back into turn 3 and 4. Tanner Drake. And he'll go to second for Tricon Garage, a 26.654. Just about 300.
Honeycutt next to qualify in the 45 Chevrolet from East Motorsports, pulling double duty today He ran the ARC Series West race earlier. Now he's going to qualify his truck and get ready for
another preview of what we'll see in 2025 for Nice Motorsports is Caden Honeycutt full-time with the team next year. Nice has been strong over the past couple of years in Craftsman Truck Series competition. You see those white gloves as he came up off turn 2, really sawing on that wheel to keep the truck underneath him. Checkered flag, and across the line he comes, and that will go to the top. Caden Honeycutt, 26.487. You can see it when he came through turns 3 and 4. He had that truck just a little bit wider than everybody else, carried a little bit more speed. That was all it took to go to the #1 spot for Caden Honeycutt in truck 45.
4/100ths of a second faster than time for Connor.
It's going to be the 5 truck for Dean Thompson, Tricon Garage entry.
Driver from Anaheim, California now begins his run. Headed down the back straightaway into turn number 3. MCM Transportation Toyota Tundra. Leaving no room as he cut the dog leg there, getting right down to the pit wall that kind of juts out there, and that's been something that we've seen over the years, Joe, here at Phoenix Raceway. Drivers will be so aggressive trying to cut that dog leg, they come just inches away. It is at an odd angle, so the drivers have to be cognizant of that as Dean Thompson goes up to the top of the leaderboard, 26:48. A nice lap. It's the quickest so far.
Matt Crafton, Thor Sport Racing, multi-time champion of the series, veteran, been at this game for a long time as Matt Crafton. That was going to be the championship mix here this season. Most respected drivers in the Craftsman Truck Series garage is Matt Crafton as he flies underneath the green flag here at the start-finish line. Let's see what he can do to stack up against some of his competitors. He has never won here at this racetrack. He's come close. Matt Crafton trying to see if he can end his season in the #1 victory lane tonight in Phoenix. Here in turn 4, way up by the outside wall for Crafton, and he'll start no better than 11. A 26.863 for Matt Crafton. Let's get another look at it as he came across the dogleg on that opening start. Look how low he gets when they come down towards that pit lane wall.
Matt Crafton also trying to end a long winless streak. It has been 103 races since Matt Crafton last went to Mobile 1 victory lane. His last victory came back in July of 2020. Sliding his way to turn number 4 is Stuart Friesen, driver of the 52 Hallmark Enterprises Toyota. Stuart, it's been 59 races since he's put that truck in Mobile 1 victory lane. So both of the veterans in the Truck Series campaign and shut out from the winner's circle for a long time. Stuart Friesen, though, really nice lap. Layoff driver scored that very first victory back in Milwaukee in late August. Off to turn number 1, trying to put that truck on the pole for the season finale tonight.
And a guy that knows how to celebrate, for sure. Celebrating so much with those victories, he literally popped his shoulder out of his socket earlier this season. His team repaired him. And he comes back up here across the line. Great talent in this number 38 truck. He will start no better than 6th tonight. That's where he qualifies here with a handful of trucks to go. A 26.502 for Nick Sanchez. Third on the scoring pylon, 26.481. That leaves the championship 4 drivers. They're trying to tackle Stuart Friesen at the top. Top to beat, 26.314. Held down by the 52 truck of Stuart Friesen.
First of those Championship 4 drivers is Grant Infinger, arguably the driver that has the most momentum entering this Championship 4 because he's won 2 of the last 3 races. He won at Homestead Super Speedway a few races before that and finished 9th last week at Martinsville. Grant Infinger, the 39-year-old driver from Fairhope, Alabama, takes his black and yellow Chevy to the back straightaway, heading for turn 3.
They've had a lot of help from the manufacturer. They've had this truck in the wind tunnel. They've done a lot. Their focus on this race here in Phoenix with an opportunity to run for the championship tonight. Grant Infinger, second quick, 26.403 for the series veteran, looking for his first Craftsman Truck Series championship tonight.
Ty Majeski, now the second of the 4 championship drivers to take the track. He's going to be driving the Road Ranger Ford F-150 for Thor Sport. Majeski, in his second Championship 4 appearance, he was here 2 years ago, back in 2022, came up 4th. Wisconsin begins his run to qualify. Takes his F-150 right down to the bottom of the racetrack in turns 1 and 2. Guides the truck off the corner and heads down the backstretch.
Full throttle as he heads for turn number 3, trying to see if he can better the time laid down by Stuart Friesen and Grant Infinger. Across the line, checkered flag is out. He goes to the top. Ty Majeski goes to number 1, 26.053 for the driver from Wisconsin, and he now leads with 2 trucks left to qualify.
That Majeski was 0.3 of a second faster than Stuart Friesen, who was, until a few moments ago, the quickest truck in qualifying. So that is going to be a really hard time to beat. As here is Corey Hine in the Safe Light Toyota Tundra, the 22-year-old driver from Marion. Finished 3rd in the Championship 4 race last year. Trying to take home the title this season. He's in turn 1.
6 times a winner here in 2024. The most of any driver in the series. Corey Hine knows that he'll be back for this team in 2025, but his focus tonight, right now, in qualifying the 11 truck. And he goes second. So Majeski holds on to the number 1 spot for the moment. 26.083 for Corey Hine. He is second. That leaves 1 truck left to go, and he could be the hottest driver in truck competition right now, off the strength of that win in Martinsville just 1 week ago.
We're talking about Christian Eckes, the 23-year-old from Greenville, New York, seeking his very first NASCAR Craftsman Truck Series title. He takes his Napa Chevrolet into turn number 3. Sees the green flag from Rich Keeter and begins his run.
Back in Alley Hilgeman Racing, seeking their first title in the Craftsman Truck Series here tonight. So far, the Championship 4, the 3 that have gone so far, all qualified inside the top 5. Christian Eckes, defending race winner here at Phoenix Raceway.
Turns 3 and 4 to Eckes. Does it cost him? It does, just a little bit. 4th fastest for Eckes. That means Ty Majeski has won the pole for the NASCAR Craftsman Truck Series title race tonight.
There's Ty Majeski up in the NASCAR TV screen. Ty Majeski on the pole.